Long ago, the earth became filled with wickedness, violence, and corruption, as people turned away from God.
But Noah was different. He was a righteous man who walked faithfully with God. God warned Noah that judgment was coming because the earth had become completely corrupted. Warm.
God commanded Noah to build a great ark for his family and the living creatures he would send.
Noah told his family what God had said, and together they chose to trust and obey him.
Noah and his family gathered timber and began the enormous task God had given them. Beam by beam, Noah carefully built the ark according to every instruction God had given.
Days became months, and months became years. But Noah continued because he believed God's word.
The people laughed at Noah because he was building an enormous vessel on dry land.
Noah warned them to turn back to God, but they ignored him and continued in their ways.
At last, the great ark was completed, exactly as God had commanded Noah to build it. Then animals began coming from every direction, guided by God toward the safety of the ark. Creatures great and small came in pairs, peacefully gathering before the enormous wooden ark. Birds filled the sky, while animals from the fields and forests gathered below the great vessel. Warm. Noah's family placed the animals inside and stored enough food for the journey ahead.
When everything was ready, Noah, his wife, his sons and their wives entered the ark.
Then God shut the great door behind them, and the time of warning came to an end.
Rain poured from the heavens, while waters rose from the earth and spread across the land. Warm.
For 40 days and 40 nights, the rain continued as the floodwaters rose higher and higher. Warm.
The rising waters lifted the ark, and God carried Noah's family safely above the flood.
Inside the ark, Noah's family cared for every creature and trusted God to preserve them.
The floodwaters covered the land, while the ark continued its journey across the endless waves.
But God had not forgotten Noah, and he sent a wind that caused the waters to recede.
After many months, the ark finally came to rest upon the mountains of Ararat. Noah released a raven to discover whether the waters had gone down from the earth. Noah also sent out a dove, but it returned because the land was still covered with water. When the dove returned with a fresh olive leaf, Noah knew the waters had gone down. Soon the earth became dry, and God told Noah that it was time to leave the ark. Noah's family and every living creature came out of the ark into a renewed world. God placed a rainbow in the sky as the sign of his covenant and everlasting promise.